take a look at example 2 from lesson 1.7. Last year, it's an investment problem. Last year you invested $12,000 into two accounts, one earning a simple interest rate of 4.5% per year and the rest earning a rate of 4% per year. After 1 year, the total interest earned on the two investments was $525. How much money was invested at each rate? So this time we're trying to determine how much money had been placed into each of these two different accounts. Let's just use our standby letter X for this one to represent how much money that we put into one of the accounts. So we'll just pick one of the accounts. We'll let X be the amount that we placed in at the 4.5% investment. Altogether we put $12,000 in. And so at the 4% rate, we must have put $12,000 minus X dollars in. And so we'll use $12,000 minus X for the amount invested at 4%. So now we're looking at the fact that we know how much interest we earned. So off of this account where we put in X dollars, the interest we would have gotten would be 4.5% times X. And so that's going to be the 0.045X. That'd be the money earned in a year at the 4.5% investment. And then the 0.04 times the 12,000 minus X would be how much money we would get in 1 year from our 4% investment. So let's now take all of this information and figure out how we can turn this into an equation. We know that the total interest on the two investments was $525. So we've got this much interest plus this much interest would give us $525. So we'll let that be our equation that we're going to use to solve for X. So 0.045X, that's how much we earned in the first account, plus 0.04 times the remaining amount of money, which is what we placed in the other account, would give us the $525 that we earned. And so now it's just a matter of crunching the numbers. So 0.045X plus, and this one's going to work out to be 480, minus 0.04X is 525. We've got some X's here. We can take away the 0.04 X's, so that part of it's going to go away, leaving us 0.005X plus the 480 is 525. Now we can take 480 away from both sides. Let's move it up so you can see what we've just done. All I did was subtract this 0.04 X's from the 0.05 X's. Now we'll subtract 480 from both sides. So that's going to give us 0.005X would be equal to, let's see, what's that going to be? That's going to be 5, and here's a 4. So that's going to be 45. And so now we need to divide both sides by 0.005. And so that's going to give us X is equal to 9,000. So is that what we were after? Well, let's see. We wanted to know how much money was invested at each rate. And so let's move this down where you can see that last line. So far, we know that X is 9,000. So we know how much we invested. X was how much we invested at 4.5%. We also need to know this amount. How much did we invest at 4%? Well, 12,000 minus X. So 12,000 minus X is going to be 3,000. Because 12,000 minus 9,000 is 3,000. So first of all, let's make sure we show that this is dollars as opposed to yen. It was $9,000 at that 4.5% rate. And then we invested 3,000 at the 4% rate. And we've answered all the questions that we were asked, and we remembered to label our problems.